$200 group pool matches. To join these pool matches and other tournaments, join the OBG Discord server, linked down below in the description. Thank you to Graikos and his Tortoises for all factions that are used in all of these competitive matches. Today we have 2 siege battles. We have Titan Age returning again as the Seleucid Empire in this battle on the offensive versus Ba playing as the Getai here, who are on the defensive. So, Ba playing as the Getai, Seleucids under the control of Titan Age. He's got big scorpions here, he's got his rams, he's got his siege towers all pushing forwards. Can he win this battle? Shooting right now at the spearmen on the wall because they're an easy target. Might as well. The rams moving forwards, he's going to want to get these units off the walls though by the time the rams get here. Otherwise, the walls will just collapse on them and he'll lose a lot of men underneath them. Yep, they're already moving, they know what's up. Towers shooting at the rams, but they won't do anything. I believe every ram is going to make it to the wall here. The towers will be best off shooting at the units themselves, weakening them. We are spectating right now, I believe, as the defenders, which is in yellow, so balance of power does favour the attacker by a tiny bit. It's not by much, but it's not to be considered. Every little helps in these sieges. So the first breach has been made, the other rams moving forwards. The siege towers, as usual, blocking the walls there, blocking the other towers so that they can't shoot out as well. We've seen that before in many matches. I'm assuming this tower at one point might do the same over here or something just to block those tower shots. Or maybe not because it's a gatehouse, it might need a bit more. Making more breaches in the wall there. Boom, right, that's collapsed. Come on, push these rams forwards, yeah, make as many holes as possible I would say. The more breaches you make, the easier it is to get into the city. We even have a ballista unit from the defender here as well, at the back. Doesn't have the best shot in the world, not the best line of sight, but if they move it here, yeah, that's a better line of sight. They might be able to get some good shots in. Arrow fire skirmishers, skirmishing as usual. They seem to usually get quite a lot of kills. Yeah, they're already on 49, but they're shooting at the other skirmishers, so they are less valuable kills overall. And here we go, so the Seleucid troops marching through, spearmen leading the way, trying to make the push. Is this tower shooting? It's mostly shooting at the tower, so they should be okay. More units pushing on this side, sending in the spearmen. Medium spear infantry versus, again, medium spear infantry. But those missiles did a lot of damage to those Seleucid troops. They have to be careful. And the tower is able to shoot from this side, and every little tower shot does help. It all adds up. The general of the Getai is on this side, outside of the city. Ooh, could he possibly get caught in some melee here, get killed early on, hurting the morale of the defender? Speaking of morale, the morale of the attacker, the Seleucids, is breaking on the front. They are falling apart. I think these were more like cannon fodder units though. They're not really meant to make the push through, they're more just meant to get some kills in there, use up some of the enemy's ammunition, maybe tire them out a little bit possibly, here and there, but they were not meant to be the main force, and that's a lot of javelins coming through, getting a lot of kills. The Seleucids charging out of the city now. Come on, I want to see another round of javelins, I want to see how many it can get. That's very heavy spearmen as well, so those are a good target to hit in the side. And yes, that's a lot of hits. That was good. The Seleucids charging out here with their spearman unit against the swordsmen, or sorry, the axemen. I mean, Vegetai charging out, yeah. I thought I got that wrong. Vegetai are defending, I forget that. I just see stone walls, so I assume like Seleucid Empire and barbarians being the one who attack. My historical mind is overriding my gameplay knowledge. The spearmen are breaking, and the Seleucid Empire needs to be careful because it doesn't look like they've got much left. It looks like they've lost a lot of men, and when I was loading into this battle I did remember noticing they have a lot less men than usual. I think Vegetai came in with 20 stacks, but the Seleucids only had like 15 stacks or something. 15 units, 15 unit cards, whatever you want to call them. More arrow fire coming in, which is good for the Seleucids. They've got Vegetai somewhat blobbed up here, so the more arrows you can get shot in this, the better. The tower's on fire. That's not good, because now this means this tower is going to be fully free to shoot at the infantry dotted around. So now the Seleucids on the offensive need to make the real push now. They need to get in here, they need to capture this tower and break through. Where is their general? Their general's back here, nice and safe. Vegetai general, yeah, again back in the city now, he's safe. I'm assuming this wants to try and tempt the Seleucids down here to get shot at by these towers. But nah, he wasn't falling for it. Tartanage was not going to fall for that. And Ba, as Vegetai, has this unit surrounded, and they should surely cut them down. Yep, they're breaking, they are wavering. Just get them out of the battle, and then they can, you know, stand behind the walls again and hide from that very annoying arrow fire. Yep, they've broke them, now take cover, I would say. Let the attackers come to you. The longer the defender waits, the better it is for them, because then this just gives the tower more time to be able to take out the attackers' forces, which it is doing. And this unit here that rushed out, I think it's a very basic, cheap unit, but it's holding well. Its morale has held out really well, and it's kept the attackers outside of the city, within perfect tower range here. Very smart move by Ba. But now that unit has broken, the Seleucids can now push through. Balance of power not really changed that much though yet. Archers coming up on the wall. Yes, this is what Vegetai needed. This tower's about to set on fire, so you don't need to shoot at them. Maybe get ready to shoot at the infantry once they come out of the tower. Or maybe stand over here and get some shots in on the side of these. Either way, make sure to use all of your ammunition. There is a fly buzzing around my head. I have my electric zapper ready for him. There he is. Oh, he got away from me. Trying to commentate a battle and kill a fly at the same time. That unit there is breaking. This is the problem. The Seleucids cannot push. Whenever they push, they're going to break, most likely. They really just need to push, I think, with all of their troops, and really just try and force a breach. You have to force it, I think, at this point. Right, can't find that fly. It got away. But I'm commentating a lot of battles this evening, or this afternoon and evening, so, hopefully, keep watching for fly updates. Hopefully I'll get him later. The archers are on the wall still over here. Is that tower burning yet? It's on 90%. It's about to go soon, and then these units have to run out. So Ba should... If I was playing as Ba, I would get my archers here ready, and then start shooting at these as they're running back onto this side. And they're still getting these javelin shots in as well, into the side of the Seleucids. Taking some good cover here, I like that, behind the wall, and just really wasting their ammunition there, and they're not going to really get many kills at all, because the angle is just not that good for them. Although, they'll get some kills. Poor guy. More Seleucid troops flooding through. That guy's set on fire there, mostly from the tower. Yeah, again, this is the problem. The defenders have the tower advantage. The Getae have the tower advantage, so that's going to be constantly shooting at them. There we go. It's on fire, and now these archers, if they have ammo, should be shooting, but they're holding their swords, so I'm assuming they are out of ammunition at this point. Unfortunate, they could have got a lot of decent kills here. And the last one comes off of the tower, and they'll be running back into the battlefield. The Seleucid unit broke there. The Seleucid units, I think they're about to break here. They're taking a lot of losses. They're active and steady. These are also active and steady, whereas these guys pretty much fresh and eager for battle. These archers on the walls, do they have any ammunition? I'm assuming so. Yeah, once they get all their troops on the walls, they'll get some nice shots in on this side. And every shot counts at this point. The tower is about to crumble. Let's watch it fall. Yes. Beautiful. I love that. And I think the Getae have it. Balance of power is in their favour now. I think the game is starting to agree with me. The defenders have it here. And well done to them as well. They did a good job at holding out. The Seleucids, I think they needed to push with a few more men. Or perhaps use the rams and make a few more breaches, I don't know. But yeah, the attackers, I've noticed, they need a different strategy, because it is not working for them in the last two battles. And I don't know what that strategy is. Maybe that strategy is a few more siege towers. Get more men up onto the walls, such as archers, and use them to shoot down at the enemy, using the high ground. That's what I would do, but again, I'm not a Rome 2 player. Those who cannot play, cast, is how I see it. The ballista shots coming through. I'm sure they'll get a few kills, but I don't think it's going to drastically switch the battle around. The general was in ballista range for a second. They could have got a lucky kill on him, but nah. The general pulling back to safety. Balance of power very heavily in favour of Bar, the Getae, the defender. Because the Seleucids just cannot break through this defence. This is, I think, their last real push. I would, at this point, throw the general in there as well. The general's a Peltus unit. Interesting. Yeah, just throw everything in here, try and break through this, but I don't think it's going to work. I think the Seleucids will eventually break. I think we can just quickly fast forward here. It's for Tower 5 as well, you can see it. It's like that extra kill every 5 seconds. It all really starts to add up. The Getae having to pull back, but they're breaking them on this side now. More swordsmen charging in, but they're just so drastically outnumbered. Now they're charging in yet again, pulling some troops back just to give them a bit of a break. The general's charging in now, but it says it's a heavy melee unit, but it's also a Peltus unit. The King's Own Skirmishers, it says. Okay, I guess. I personally do not trust skirmishers in melee, but I guess it might be a bit different in Rome 2. I'm an Attila or Rome Total War type of player. Rome 2 is one that I mostly skipped. But yeah, that big charge there into the side of the general might be enough to kill him. He's trying his special abilities here, he's whipping them, he's got his battle rhythm going, but I don't think it's going to be enough. One unit's breaking there, reinforcements coming in, but I think the general was breaking for a second. I think they had him wavering. They've won it on this side. The ballista just not getting enough kills to tilt the battle into the attacker's favour. They're all breaking over here. I'm assuming the general died at this point. hence why everyone's collapsing, and there we go. Well done, Ba, as for Getai, winning on the defensive. Well done to him. And with that, he cleans up the final troops, and that is the end of the battle. And as you can see, and no, I take it back, it's the Seleucids that brought enough troops. It was the Getai that brought a lot less, only bringing 15 here, versus about 18 from the Seleucids. But still, what they did with them, they did very, very well. Not many kills on the units apart from this one swordsman here. It's pretty much even, but it must have been the tower fire that really decided that battle. Anyway, let's check out the next one. Okay, and this time, just to try and confuse me further, Tortoises is playing as the Getai, and Ba is playing as Macedon. So they somewhat switched. Ba is now attacking as the Macedonians. The Getai are now defending, and we are spectating as the attackers. So yellow is the attackers, and balance of power seems pretty even. Oh, shut up, you stupid general. And that's a bad omen for our first shot. He's got his big ballista here. What's the second shot going to do? Alright, they're aiming at the tower, it seems. Yeah, I would aim at the tower too. Get that out of the way with. If it can actually hit it, that is. Imagine, like, you go up onto your roof, and you just have this big rock up here. Oh, these poor people's houses. Just getting completely battered by the catapult there. You need to hit your shots more. The rams moving forwards on this side. Only 4 rams being brought into the battle. It's got a lot more siege towers. I'm curious what Ba can do on this offensive here. And that fly just buzzed around me again. I will get that fly. Where is he? Right, we can triple speed this anyway, as we just wait to see if I can knock down that tower or not. Where is that fly? Stay tuned for future fly updates. I will find him. It might not be in this episode, but I will find him and I will give an update. The rams have stopped now. Making a bit of a breach in the wall as well, but I don't think they intended to do that. I think they're more focusing on the tower. And one more shot. And the tower has been destroyed. Okay, that is good for the attackers. Yeah, that's what they need to do more of. Getting those towers out of the way with. And now he's shooting at the gatehouse ones as well. With the siege towers moving forwards. I do like the strategy of using the siege towers to block the actual towers. But I think this is the better plan. Just sit back, give it 5 minutes, you've got time, and just bombard it with a ballista. That has to be the better strategy. And he's been able to easily destroy 2 of them here, and get about 5 kills in the process. I'm assuming he's pretty much run out of ammunition now. So they're still going to have 1 tower up. Nope, still got some ammunition. And he's made another breach over there with his final few shots. They can only bring 1 ballista unit, I think. I checked the rules on that. Otherwise, I would probably bring about 2 or 3 of them if I was the attacker. Okay then, here we go. Now, what is he going to do with these siege towers then? Because there's no tower to really block here. They've made a breach over here with the ram. What are they going to do? Are they just trying to draw this tower's fire? Yeah, they're forming a wall that they can use as cover on this side. I like it. The other ram moving forwards. I've got a corner breach over here. Can that tower... I don't think that tower's in range. Yeah, I don't think it is. But they are getting arrow fire from those units there. They're going to make another breach over here on this side as well. Good, they needed that. And hopefully soon Ba is going to make the push into the city. Will he learn from Tortoises' mistake? Will Tortoises be able to, like that, put up a good defence here. And they're burning down the gate as well, so that's just another breach for them. Shame about this tower though, that stayed up, that's getting a lot of kills. The archers are firing as well over the wall. This spearman unit tried to charge out here but got slaughtered by the Macedonians, and the Macedonians charging in. What were they sending out there? Just basic get high spearman unit. Yeah, that's not what you want. Oops. And now the Macedonians charging in. They did take a lot of damage though. They are down to only 60 men in this 160 squad. Where's the gate? That's at 90%. They are fighting spearmen, so the swordsmen should have enough of an advantage there. I wonder if it is like a rule in the army that if you run a ballista you have to be bald. It's like you'd sort of have to be, wouldn't you? Otherwise, you don't want your hair getting like caught up in the crossbow bit and just like yanking your whole head across as the ballista fires. How did that guy die? I'm gonna say this was some friendly fire. Like somebody, the last guy coming down from the tower, a little annoyed with him, so just like give him a bit of a stab. Like no one's gonna see this. The gate is on fire now, so that's going to open up. Boom. Right, that's open now, so they can charge through if they want to. The Getai, I think this was a routing unit, wasn't it? Yeah, but it's come back onto the battlefield. I don't know where they're sending them. Just going for a nice tour around the fields, possibly. It does look like a very pretty field, I'll give them that. But surely just charge them in, go for the archers. Hope that Ba is not paying attention to it. Another swordsman unit did march through. They are having some melee fighting now. And I think the Macedonians should win this little skirmish here. But can they win the whole siege? That remains to be seen. They're bringing troops in through the gate. Some more swordsmen. Balance power slowly tipping in their favour. Is this about to be the first offensive win that we see today? Or within this tournament, I should say. But spearman unit has broken. That was a waste of ammunition. They did not need to do that. If anything, they might have got more friendly fire there, and that enemy unit was about to break anyway. There would have been better saving it. But for the first time we're seeing someone have a foothold in the city. They are now going to capture the gatehouse here. And the Getai need to pull back, because this tower is about to flip sides over to Macedon. And will it be in range of these guys? It probably will be. Yes it is, and those ones as well. The Getai need to withdraw now and pull a bit deeper into the city. That being said, it is a small city. Withdraw completely to the plaza, possibly? That might have to be their only solution. This unit's still out here being shot at by the arrows. Yeah, they're dead. Shame, they could have done something with it. Yep, and they're completely broken from the field now. And now Bart is making a mistake. Wasting ammunition, again, to shoot those down. You don't need to. The Rhodian Slingers. What are they going to do then? What are these defenders going to do? They've got archers on the walls. But having lost that tower, having lost the foothold to the city, that's a really big loss. And first time we're seeing that in this specific tournament. I think Macedon might be able to really win this at this point. But they do have to be careful of this other tower. If I was Macedon, I'd get my troops and I'll start pushing this side, on this far flank here. Avoiding their tower, pushing for their plaza, capturing the city, ignoring all of these troops here. Or maybe sending 1 or 2 units this way just to like give them a reason, give the defenders a reason to keep troops over here. Like put some pressure on potentially capturing this tower. What a beautiful city. I do like the water effects. What's that in the water there? Little bits of grass, it seems. Yeah, imagine being stood here on the ramparts. How was that guy's house, the one that had the boulder on it? Right, if I've removed the boulder. Right, not much happening right now, so we can triple speed it as we wait for Macedon to basically figure out what he's going to do. Come on, Ba, what are you going to do? Yeah, and again, they tried to push forwards with that unit, 15 men there, but the tower almost broke from single-handedly. Yeah, just get all your men in the city, get prepared, and let's see what push he is going to make. Is he going to go for the plaza? I know I certainly would if I was him. But again, these people know more about the game than I do. Right, the defenders making a little bit of a push there, but having to pull back. They don't want to overly engage, otherwise the tower and even the archers at this point will shoot back at them. They've got swordsmen up on the walls. Yeah, they've got to put something up there, but that's not going to be enough because they're going to break. They've got to send another swordsman unit of their own on the walls to try and counter this. They don't want the Macedonians capturing that tower as well. That would be disastrous. Melee combat has begun over here. I don't know who's going to win it. It's most likely the Macedonians because they have very heavy melee infantry versus just medium melee infantry. Although these ones do have axes. In theory, axemen should beat swordsmen, but you've got to factor in the heaviness as well. I could actually just check the stats, it is right there in the left. That's 38 attack and 57 defence versus 35 attack and 50 defence, fairly even. Both have the same charge. Yeah, so fairly even overall according to those stats. They're fighting on this side as well, trying to push through. But in theory, the Macedonians should have the better swordsmen. If history is enough to go by. They're getting their javelins in. But they are using their shields to block them. Look at that. I do like how you can see the javelin partly sticking out of the shield. That poor guy got slaughtered. They got some hits in the back as that unit turned around. Yeah, you face the unit at the front. That's what you've got to do. Ooh, get tight losing a unit here. They're about to break. And Macedon slowly moving forwards, slowly marching forwards, turtling their way through. And balance of power is getting very much in their favour now. It's more just a little skirmish on this side, with the infantry pushing on this side. Not the plan I would have gone for. He's going for a more balanced approach. If anything, more troops on the towered side, which I wouldn't do. But maybe he's confident he can win it, so he thinks, you know what, might as well push on both sides. He's willing to risk all of that tower fire. And if anything, maybe that tower's getting more friendly fire. Yeah, if he plays it right, it could get a lot of friendly fire with that. And it brings them into the archer fire as well. And that unit there is breaking, so yeah, maybe this plan will actually work out for him. But he is still losing a load of men. 186 kills on that archer unit. 100 of there, 40 there. What are their archers like? 10. Most of their archers have fled, I think. Ah, here we go. 31, 3. Yeah, archer fire is a big factor in these battles, it seems. The Gettai general is on the front line now, getting hit by the missiles. The Macedonian general, cannot see him, has he? Ah, there we are. Macedonian general also on the front, but he's not getting hit. He's a lot safer. The Gettai general already lost half of his men. What's happening on this flank over here? Another unit breaking for Tartan Edge. Ba is looking very good here. Can he break this other one? And then the plaza is open, I think. Yeah, then the plaza is completely open. These archers are not going to hold out in melee. So with that, I think Mastodon is going to win it. I think this balance of power is wrong. I would play it more about here in favour of yellow. And he's coming now onto this unit's flank here. That should break them. Then they can push on for the plaza. My S key got stuck again. Maybe I need a new keyboard. The general here, down to his final 70 bodyguards. He's having to charge into the front now. Most likely, he will get killed in all of this, if he's not already dead. Macedon is breaking bar. Can Tartanage do something with that? Make a comeback on this side, potentially. I doubt it. What does he have here? It's very heavy melee infantry. But he's also fighting very heavy melee infantry. They do have good stats. And they have good morale as well. So this unit will probably hold for a while. General dead for the get tie. General still alive for Mastodon. But they are still holding out in terms of melee. I would send this archer unit here. And I was thinking maybe try flank around, but no, they've got more units over here now. But maybe try it with like this swordsman and the archer instead, and use that spearman to flank this unit. I don't know. Balance of power going more and more in favour of Macedon here. Macedon has their general on the front. This is a mistake, I think. I don't think they need to risk their general right now being this close to the front, because one slip up and that's a big morale hit, which I'm sure they don't want to experience. Macedon right now should win this in theory. Just play it safe, I say. That's all you need to do, play it safe. You don't have to risk your general like this, especially charging here like that. He's fighting melee units, so it should be okay, but again, just one bad shot from that tower, and they could lose their general. Make sure to capture the tower as well, because you don't want it to continue shooting at you. Charging down these archers now, they should break them, and yeah, with that, Macedon wins it. They're taking the plaza. It's obvious at this point Macedon is going to win, and well done Ba for being able to win an offensive siege there. Well done to him, that was very well played. And forget time running out of the city now. What's the point? You've lost it, just accept the defeat, I would say. Well done Ba for getting the win there, for winning both battles as well in this set, the defensive and the offensive. Really well done to him, I'm impressed. And that is some very valuable points in this pool play here. And if you want to take part in future tournaments like this, where you can win some money, $200 this one is, then it's all linked down below where you can join the Discord. A lot of kills on that general, which I don't like to see. I'd prefer to see them be a bit more defensive with their generals. That can be a bit too risky. Kills on the archers, 254 there, 200 yet, 200 there. Yeah, the attackers really need to take advantage of those archers. Good archer fire can change the battle around, and I think credit also needs to go to the ballista as well for taking out those two towers early on and making that second breach. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and remember, if you want to take part in future ones, join the Discord.